Ladies and gentlemen, you must know that my foray into this political atmosphere and this battle is based on my deep-seated commitment and love, I mean genuine love, for the constituency of St. Andrew. And I will tell you why. St. Andrew women schooled me when I came from England at 9 years old and did not even know my tables. 9. I could read, I could speak, and I could write the English language with amazing aptitude for a 9-year-old. But I couldn't tell you it was 6 trees. My mother's mother, Mrs. Benjamin, Clarice Benjamin, was a brilliant mathematician. She carried a calculator in her head. When sand trucks came out the sand hole, she would look at the yardage in the sand truck. They would give her the yardage, but she would look at it and calculate the bill in her head. And she was determined that before I sat what we call the screening test, that I could, as she called it, reckon, do my tables, and do long division. And with the help from her, lessons from a lady called Lolita Knight in the Shori village from the Knight's family, a lady named Miss Rice who was my class 4 teacher, and some licks for a woman named Marjorie Vaughn. I hope she's here tonight, from Borden. And the head teacher called Audrey King, the late Audrey King. I got through with flying colors. Those St. Andrew women made sure I got through. I will tell you this, St. Andrew also gave me back my health. I was going to bring a picture tonight to put on the screen and show you what I look like. My dad used to say I look like one of the children from Biafra. There used to be a place called Biafra at the time where they had some refugee children that used to look like they were handstanding. And I used to look like them. Janet here in front can tell you how I used to look. And she speaks plain, she don't tell no lies, she will tell you. I never used to eat and I was sickly. I have had allergies and severe asthma from the time I have known myself. I control it now, but it is still with me. And I came to Barbados, skin, bones, teeth and eyes. Just skin, bone, teeth and eyes. And there's a lady out here called Auntie Jordan, the daycare provider in St. Andrew. She used to eat my school meals because I never used to want to eat, and I didn't want Tono to go and tell my grandma that anyway they eat my food. So I would give Auntie Jordan, she would help me out with the food, and I would help her out with the comprehension. And the other children used to laugh at me. They say, some of them here too, I forgive you. No problem, I forgive you. They used to laugh at me. But a couple years of fresh Walker's Bay air gave me back the appetite that I lacked. And I began to blossom into the woman that you see here today. St. Andrew also provided me with lifelong friends. Many of them are here tonight. One is on the platform, one Kenny Best, who used to beat everybody, but I tell you that. Like, yes, somebody said what? Yes, this Kenny Best. But we have maintained a bond. Many of them, as I said, are here tonight, that only home boys and home girls could have. And these are friends I've had since I was 9 years old, and all of them in St. Andrew. In the end, ladies and gentlemen, I have resolved that the Barbados Labour Party would not have another 5 years in St. Andrew, and I committed that I would ensure they would not. Now, I am a fair woman, and I can say fairly that when the incumbent had his ministries, he ensured that he did what any elected official is supposed to do. But after he was fired, still for reasons unknown, the constituency of St. Andrew became the victim of the nasty spite war between him and his boss. As I said in my first interview in Hillaby, This constituency is like a victimized child in a sour relationship between a man and a woman. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. When the two fall out, the child suffers. And St. Andrew, I see St. Andrew as a suffering child. I get the phone calls. As the lady said earlier, I am not the representative, but I could tell you now, I get in the phone calls. And sometimes people just want direction, how to get hold of a person, how to do certain things. And they also call me when state agencies don't respond. You can imagine people calling to get certain things done in the home or to get welfare or whatever, help them out. And they do not get responses. And they do not have a representative that they can trust to follow through with what they have to do. And all it takes is consistent following up, you know, ladies and gentlemen. It don't take a lot of work. You need to be committed to do it. We are suffering. We are suffering for proper roads. Can you imagine that stretch of road coming up Orange Hill from the highway has been unfinished for nearly 10 years, and for some reason nobody seems to have the political will to ensure that it is finished. 10 years. It is an area where a sidewalk stops abruptly and you go down in the gutter. The gutter is full of garbage, and why it concerns me greatly is because little children come from St. Silas School up and down there morning and evening, and there's BRC sticking up in the road. Those children pass there every day. The MP passes there and it can't get finished. Every one of you who entered St. Andrew this evening, tonight, had to cross a bridge. We are a constituency that is hemmed in by bridges. I don't know if you're aware that 2 of them have serious cracks. I will not tell you which ones tonight, because then you are going to avoid them. And I want you to do like us. Trust God, drive and pray, and get back out to St. Andrew. How many of you traveled along the Rocking, I call it the Rocking Engine Road, from Rockland, from Highgate Corner through Rockland to here? That road was not like that yesterday. It's been like that for ages. More than a year, probably more than 2. Nothing has been done. Chalky Mount residents on the Cambridge side have to now take an island tour to get to where they have to go to because of the collapse of that road up there. The man who has the shop complained to us that he has difficulty getting his deliveries to his shop, which means soon his business is going to suffer. But the road did not start to deteriorate yesterday. It started a long time ago. But they waited till it collapsed, then to get busy. And just a few yards from there, there is another piece ready to drop in. If they have what? Vagrant? Throughout the constituency, there are signs of infrastructural decay and neglect which are frightening. There are roads in their ground that you cannot wear decent shoes on, and they have received promises for years. Since I started the canvas, they went back at them measuring for the umpteenth time. Ask floats who fell down in the road in Diamond Corner lately. I ain't gonna embarrass nobody.